Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, dear participants. Thank you that you have come to one more meeting that I will have with who to discuss powerful branding. I'm glad to see you here. Hi. I see your messages. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're starting. So today's topic, as you see, is powerful branding. It is our 7th meeting. First of all, I'd like to ask you what you usually associate branding with. So branding, what is it about for you? Nowadays, we hear the word brand quite often. Yes, so mainly when we hear the word brand, we think about phones or clothes. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe you have other associations. And why is it powerful? So, what should be done to make branding powerful? How do you understand the topic of our today's meeting? If you have any ideas, please write in chat. You know that I always like to discuss these things with you. And we continue. So let me tell you about the structure of today's lesson. At first, we'll have our warming up, then we'll work with new vocabulary. In the section Get to Know, I'll tell you about brand strategy examples that can inspire you. Or maybe you already know some of these examples and they are already inspiring you, and you can tell me about your experience. Also, we'll discuss value and mission of brand. We'll talk about Flixbus case of brand creation. Maybe you know about this case, maybe don't know. In this program, it will be model verbs today. Then we'll play games and I'll share useful links with you. Okay. First of all, let's look at the quote said by Brian Tracy. Branding is about creating a relationship of trust and loyalty with your customers. Maybe you've heard this quote before. If yes, please tell me. Let's try to translate. Брендинг – це про створення відносин довіри і лояльності з вашими клієнтами. Do you agree or disagree? What do you think about Brian Tracy? It's quite a famous person, yeah, and it's hard to find a person among us who doesn't know this name, so maybe you know some other quotes of him. He says a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, let's look at your answers. You agree? Yeah, Olga agrees, Maxim agrees. Okay. Well, let's go on. If you have what to say, you know, I will read everything what you write in chat. And let's continue. We'll have one more warming up. So, what do these brands have in common and what are they different? And here we'll talk about brand personality, yeah? I'm sure that you can recognize many of these brands. It would be great if you looked at it, at this slide and looked at all these pictures with brands, and if you tried to think what they have in common, тобто, що ці бренди мають спільного і чим вони відрізняються. Do you have any ideas? If you don't have, don't worry, it's not a problem. We will return to this question later. Yeah. At the moment, let's try to remember what brands these are. So, of course, it's Disney, yes, Hallmark, Amazon, Cadbury, Tesla, Red Bull, Coca-Cola, Nike, Volvo, Google, Intel, Microsoft, Tiffany & Co., Rolex, Gucci, Apple, Harley Davidson Motor Company, Timberland, Jeep, and Marlboro. Well, what is your opinion about the brands presented here? If you can't answer this question, don't worry, maybe you can tell me something else, you can answer some other questions. You know that I always have a lot of questions to you. Well, do you know all the brands presented here? Maybe something was unknown. Are there brands that you use, that you respect, or maybe there are some brands represented here which you hate? What can you tell us? And we see that, for example, these brands like sincerity, excitement, these brands are about sincerity, and these are about excitement, and maybe these are about competence, and maybe these are about sophistication, and maybe these are about ruggedness, or maybe not. So, what do you think? How are these words connected with these brands? Let's try to translate, yes? Тобто, така, як щирість, захоплення, вправність та компетентність, витонченість, вишуканість, досвідченість, міцність. Any ideas? Do you have any answers? Well, thank you. We got the answers from participants. Alina writes about powerful branding. Powerful branding allows you to sell products at a higher price. It's very important to learn how to create it. Sure. Okay. Olga writes, famous and loyal brands. Yes. And also Olga adds Marlboro because smoking is killing. So you don't like Marlboro, yes, Olga? I see. Well, guys, anybody else, please feel free. It's just our discussion, so even if you say something maybe wrong and so it's okay, because thanks to some discussions and arguments, we can get some new knowledge. Yeah, understand something. Okay, if you add something, it will be great, and let's continue. Yeah. So, and we start working with new vocabulary. Again, as usual, I'll read their definitions, the example, and you please write your variants of translation, okay? Well, brand, the name, term, symbol, design, or combination of these that identifies and distinguishes a product, service, or company from others. Example, the brand's reputation for quality and reliability has made it a trusted choice among consumers in the market. Identity, the visual and verbal elements that represent a brand, including its logo, colors, typography, and messaging. Example, the brand's visual elements contribute to establishing a strong and recognizable identity in the minds of consumers. Positioning, the way a brand is perceived in the minds of consumers relative to its competitors, based on its unique attributes and value proposition. Example, the company strategically positioned itself as a provider of eco-friendly products. Let's try to translate. Well, Ім'я, термін, символ, дизайн або їх комбінація, поєднання, що ідентифікує і відрізняє продукт, сервіс чи компанію від інших. Репутація, зрозуміло, так, що бренд – це бренд. Репутація бренду за якість і надійність зробила його надійним вибором серед споживачів на ринку. Окей, identity. Візуальні і вербальні елементи, які представляють бренд, включаючи його логотип, кольори, типографіку і повідомлення, так, тобто меседж, який він несе. Візуальні елементи бренду ведуть, сприяють формуванню сильної та впізнаваної, оцього, я сподіваюся, ви напишете чого, свідомості споживачів. And positioning. Шлях, метод, спосіб, тобто те, як бренд сприймається в свідомості споживачів, клієнтів, так, відносно його конкурентів на основі його унікальних атрибутів і ціннісної пропозиції. Компанія стратегічно позиціонувала себе як постачальника екологічно чистих продуктів. Okay, I hope that you'll write some translations. Thank you. Okay, Olga, you are very active today. Thank you. Of course, brand. It's brand. Це у нас так і перекладаємо. Brand, identity. Так, як ідентифікація, так, якщо дієслово, то це буде ідентифікувати, так? Окей. Далі що у нас? Positioning, позиціонування. Так, позиціонування бренду. Окей. And we also got some other additions from our girls. Very active girls. Also, Olga says about product's price, that in general, product's price is very expensive and we pay for brand. Yes, of course. And there are people for whom brand is not important. They pay attention to some technical characteristics, talking about phones, for example, and they don't buy Samsung, but they buy something cheaper just because they say like it's not reasonable, it's strange to pay just for brand, so I'm satisfied with another phone, or for Apple, yes, they don't pay, and they prefer something cheaper. Yeah, but for some people it's really important and they just love, for example, Apples and Samsungs, yes. Okay. Alina also says, it is brands with significant awareness due to extensive advertising efforts reaching a large audience. Yes. Thank you, Alina. Okay, let's carry on. The next set of words: perception, equity, and loyalty. Please write your translations. Perception: how individuals interpret and make sense of a brand's image, reputation, or characteristics. The brand worked diligently to shape a positive perception among consumers by providing exceptional customer service. Equity: the commercial value and strength of a brand, including factors like brand awareness, loyalty, perceived quality, and market position. The brand's history of consistent performance and positive customer experiences has resulted in strong brand equity, making it a valuable asset for the company. And loyalty: the degree of commitment and allegiance that customers have toward a brand, resulting in repeat purchases and advocacy. This loyalty program offers exclusive rewards and benefits to its frequent customers, fostering a sense of loyalty and encouraging repeat purchases. Please write your ideas about translation, and I'll translate the definitions and examples as usual. Отже, perception. як люди інтерпретують і розуміють імідж бренду, репутацію або характеристики. Бренд старанно працював, щоб сформувати позитивне сприйняття серед споживачів, надаючи виняткове обслуговування клієнтів, так? Equity. Комерційна цінність і сила бренду, включаючи такі фактори, як впізнаваність бренду, лояльність до бренду, сприймана якість і позиція на ринку. Well, let's look at the example. Історія стабільної продуктивності бренду і позитивного споживацького досвіду призвела до сильного, скажімо так, власного капіталу бренду, так, якби до його комерційної цінності, роблячи його ціннісним активом для компанії. And the last one, loyalty. Ступінь прихильності та відданості, яку клієнти мають стосовно бренду, що призводить до повторних покупок і пропаганди. Ця програма лояльності пропонує ексклюзивні винагороди і переваги своїм постійним клієнтам, сприяючи появі лояльності та заохочуючи на повторні покупки. Well, I hope very much that you gave your variants, your ideas of translations. Perception – це у нас, так, все правильно, сприйняття, відношення, так, добре. Equity – така, це може перекладатися, знаєте, як я власний капітал, як справедливість і безсторонність, тобто це от комерційна цінність, так, і сила. Окей, and loyalty – лояльність, вірність, відданість. Yeah? Окей, good. Thank you for your attempts. Let's carry on. The next set of words: promise, ambassador, and brand management. Yeah, thank you, Alina. Thank you. Okay. A promise. The explicit or implicit commitment a brand makes to its customers regarding the benefits and value it will deliver. The promise to deliver innovative solutions has become the guiding principle in every aspect of its business operations. Ambassador. A person or entity, often a celebrity or influencer, who represents and promotes a brand to build awareness and credibility. Example. The company selected influential individuals as brand ambassadors to promote its products and services. And brand management. The strategic and tactical activities involved in branding, maintaining, and enhancing a brand's equity and reputation over time. Effective brand management involves maintaining brand consistency across all touch points. Let's try to translate all these hot sentences. Promise. Я сподіваюся, звісно, отримати переклад від вас стосовно цих слів, виділених жирним я. I hope to get the translation from you. I mean the words in bold. Okay, and I'll translate the definitions and the examples. Отже, явне чи неявне зобов'язання, яке, дослівно, яке бренд робить своїм клієнтам, тобто зобов'язання бренду перед своїми клієнтами щодо переваг і цінностей, які він принесе. Обіцянка надавати інноваційні рішення стала керівним принципом в кожному аспекті бізнес-операцій. Окей. Ambassador. Людина чи організація, часто це знаменитість чи впливова особа, яка представляє та просуває бренд для побудови обізнаності і довіри. Компанія обрала впливових людей як амбасадорів бренду для просування своїх продуктів і послуг. And the last, brand management – стратегічна і тактична діяльність, пов'язана зі створенням, підтримкою та підвищенням капіталу бренду, скажімо так, комерційної цінності бренду і репутації з часом. Ефективне управління брендом включає підтримку узгодженості бренда через усі точки дотику. Well, your ideas. What about translation, dear participants? Як наш переклад? Yes, of course, promise, обіцянка, дякую. Promise – це також може бути дієслово, так, обіцяти, ми знаємо, але тут обіцянка, тому що у нас тут дається визначення, от ми бачимо тут the explicit or implicit commitment, тобто тут йдуть, якби, потім іменник іде, так, і the, якщо стоїть артикль the, то він може стояти або перед іменником, або іде the, потім прикметник, потім іменник, так, тобто the перед дієсловом не ставиться, тому promise тут значення обіцянки. Okay, and ambassador, any ideas? Ми знаємо, що взагалі ambassador – це посол, так, але тут зазвичай кажуть не посол, а як амбасадор, так? Амбасадор бренду. And brand management, так, або і кажуть бренд менеджмент, або управління брендом. Yeah? Okay, today it seems to me that the words are not so hard. Maybe the definitions are hard, the examples sometimes are hard, but the words are okay. Yeah, I hope you agree with me. Well, and at this moment the work with vocabulary is over. So let's look at brand strategy examples that can inspire you. I'm sure that you know all of them or almost all of them. Well, Nike, Apple, Coca-Cola, R&B, and Tesla. Of course, we all know these things, but I have a question to you about R&B. Airbnb, yeah? What is it about? So, what brand is it? What company is it? Do you know anything about it? Airbnb. Interesting name, yes? And you know, nowadays there are a lot of different, for example, interesting videos on TED Talks. This like channel on YouTube, yes, where you can watch about more about Nike and Apple and Coca-Cola, so these brands also, and in general there are a lot of interesting articles and researches which explain why this brand is more popular than that one. Yeah, well, maybe you know something and you could tell us. Before I tell you about Airbnb, maybe you'll write something about it. You'll tell us something. Or if you know something about other brands, why not? You can tell us more about them, about Coca-Cola, for example. Do you drink Coca-Cola? Why is this brand so popular? Why, for example, Sprite is not so popular? Olga says about Airbnb, I don't know, something about airplane. Well, any other ideas? And Olga says logo like plane. Okay, you know, we can make associations with airplanes, but first of all, it's about traveling, yeah? So, let me share some piece of information about this brand, this service. Well, Airbnb has developed a disruptive brand strategy in the travel industry. So it's about traveling, okay? They emphasize the concept of belonging and personalized travel experiences. By focusing on connecting travelers with unique accommodations and local hosts, Airbnb has positioned itself as a platform for authentic and memorable travel experiences. So yeah, when we travel, of course, we can do it by plane and by some other means of transport. So, Olga, why not? Just this service maybe is not for everybody because probably it can be risky. Yes, we all are afraid to make some risky actions. So let's read your comments. Okay, Alina says Airbnb allows you to search for houses and apartments. Yes, well done, Alina. You know something about it. Yes. Olga says about Coca-Cola holiday is coming. Yes, exactly. So Coca-Cola often is associated with Christmas, for example. Yes, with some holidays, with some other events, with happiness, right? Okay. Well, guys, do we have people among us who use some of these brands? Maybe somebody has sneakers, Nike. I'm sure that some of you have Apple phones, and from time to time you drink Coca-Cola. And if you have an experience of using Airbnb, please tell us. Maybe Alina, you have this experience because you wrote correctly that it helps to search houses and apartments. Maybe somebody has car Tesla, or you have some other connection with these brands. Don't be shy, feel free, please. No? Okay. Tanya says, I use all of these brands. Wow. Thank you, Tanya, for your answer. And are you satisfied with all of them? Can you give your feedback as a customer? Do you have any wishes that some brands need some improvement maybe? Or everything is fine, everything is perfect? Also, you know, I think that this service, Airbnb, and maybe like so some products from Tesla, like these two brands maybe are not so popular as these ones. Maybe I'm mistaken. Just you know, not every person travels and not every person uses this, and not every person has Tesla. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya wrote Airbnb is very expensive now. I have never used it, so I don't know, like personally. And thank you that you are sharing this experience with us, because it's so important, you know, to learn some information not only from the internet, yes, and from some sources, but from the person who really was there. Okay, Tesla is overestimated. Yeah, maybe. Alina says, I know this company because many bloggers use this app when they're traveling. It's a powerful of ad again. Yes, yes, Alina, it's powerful advertising. By the way, Tanya, why do you think that Tesla is overestimated? Do you have not a very high opinion about it, and why, if it's not a secret? Well, guys, I'm waiting for your answers, and let's continue, yeah? We have a lot of things to think about and a lot of things to discuss in other slides too. Well, while some of you are writing, I hope, let me tell you about value and mission of a brand. At first, define your purpose. Conduct market and customer research. Identify your brand values. Craft your brand positioning. Develop your brand personality. Create your brand mission statement. Integrate your values and mission into brand touchpoints. Communicate and evolve. Let's try to translate. Визнач свою мету, проведи маркетингове і клієнтське дослідження, визнач цінності свого бренду, створи позиціонування свого бренду, розроби особистість свого бренду, індивідуальність, створи місію свого бренду, інтегруй свої цінності та місію в точки дотику бренду і спілкуйся і розвивайся. Maybe you have any additions to this. What do you think about these points about value and mission of a brand? Any ideas? Would you guys like to create your own brand? Have you ever thought about it? What would it be? Or, of course, if your plans are serious, then you shouldn't tell us, because who knows, maybe somebody can use your idea, yeah? But anyway, if you have what to add, you know that I'm glad to any communication and to any additions. Okay, let's go on at that moment, yeah? And here we have Flixbus case of brand creation. Have you ever heard about Flixbus? What is it? Do you know anything? So maybe you'll answer in chat before I tell you. It would be really great. It's a very interesting thing. So maybe you have your personal experience. Okay, while you're thinking, while maybe you're writing, let me read these things and translate for you. Well, disruptive business model, strong brand identity, focus on customer experience, intensive network and market expansion, effective marketing and brand awareness, sustainability and green image, and continuous innovation. Let's translate. Отже, кейс створення бренду Flixbus. Проривна бізнес-модель, сильна ідентичність бренду, так, сильний бренд, фокус на досвіді клієнтів, розгалужена мережа і розширення ринку, ефективний маркетинг і впізнаваність бренду, стабільність, стійкість і зелений імідж, і безперервні інновації. What do you know about it? Olga says, feedback also is important, such as beta testing. Yes, Olga. Thank you. Okay, maybe while you are thinking about my previous questions and about Flixbus, let me tell you more about Flixbus, okay? Because it's really interesting thing in travel industry, so I'd like to tell you more about it. I should point out that Flixbus revolutionized the long-distance bus travel industry in Europe. And as for all these points, let's talk about them in detail, okay? So these points led to the success of Flixbus. As for disruptive business model, What it means? It means that Flixbus entered a highly fragmented and traditional bus travel market by introducing a disruptive business model. They leverage technology and an extensive network of partnerships with local bus operators to offer a convenient and affordable alternative to train and air travel. So those people, you see, who, for example, didn't like to travel by train, by air, they became the clients of Flixbus. Okay, as for the second point, strong brand identity. Flixbus established a strong brand identity characterized by its distinctive green buses, which quickly became recognizable on European roads. The brand's visual identity, including the logo and bus design, created a sense of familiarity and trust among consumers. Green color is considered quite a nice color, yes, and well, psychologists say that it helps to calm down people, to reduce the level of aggression, yes. So really it's just pleasant to look at it. So the choice of the color was really successful. Next, focus on customer experience. Flixbus prioritized customer experience by offering comfortable buses equipped with the amenities like free Wi-Fi, power outlets, onboard entertainment, and so on. They also implemented a user-friendly mobile app and website, making it easy for customers to book tickets, track buses in real time, and access customer support. We all want these facilities and these nice things. Okay, and Flixbus cared about it. The next point, number 4, extensive network and market expansion. Flixbus rapidly expanded its network, connecting major cities and popular tourist destinations across Europe. They focused on creating strategic partnerships with regional bus companies, allowing them to offer an extensive route network without owning a fleet of buses themselves. This approach enabled Flixbus to quickly scale its operations and reach a wider customer base. Okay. So we see that it's really popular in Europe. And if we want our product to be more and more popular, we need to do something for this, yes, if we really want it. Okay, to expand the network. Effective marketing and brand awareness. Flixbus implemented targeted marketing campaigns to raise brand awareness and attract customers. They utilized online advertising, social media platforms, and offline channels to reach their target audience. The brand's eye-catching buses and prominent presence at major transportation hubs later enhanced its visibility and generated word-of-mouth buzz. You know the expression word of mouth, сарафанное радио, yeah? So it's really a powerful tool. So we shouldn't rely only on this tool, of course, but we should remember that it still works, and it can have positive and negative effects. So we need to take care about that thing that word of mouth techniques should create only positive effect for our product service. Yeah. Okay, sustainability and green image. Flixbus positioned itself as an eco-friendly and sustainable travel option by emphasizing the environmental benefits of traveling by bus compared to other models of transportation. This resonated with environmentally conscious travelers and helped to differentiate Flixbus from its competitors. So we need to remember that our product should be different. Our brand should be very different from competitors, not one of many products on the market, but somehow it should differentiate, yeah? Okay, sorry, it should different, better to say. And continuous innovation. Flixbus embraced innovation and constantly sought ways to improve its services. They introduced features like dynamic pricing, flexible ticket options, and partnerships with other transportation providers, such as train and car rental companies, to offer cool travel experiences. Sure, to achieve success, we must be always active and ready to innovations. Okay, it was some additional information. Now you know more about Flixbus, and I hope you want to tell me something. Okay. Well, let's carry on. Yes. As I understand, you were listening attentively, that you didn't add anything. Like, do we have here people who have used Flixbus? I see we have people who used Airbnb, so if you used Flixbus, please tell us. And here we are going to talk about modal verbs. Yes, grammar time has come. I hope grammar lovers are here again. And now you will be happy. Well, modal verbs is one of the important topics in the English language, and there are a lot of modal verbs. Here we'll talk about can and could, but of course there are also such verbs like must, might, may. Also, did I say might? Okay, might, ought to, have to, yeah, should. And there are some arguments between the grammarians that these verbs are not modal, these verbs are modal. Anyway, closer to our topic, we are going to talk about can and could today. So we translate can like можу, вмію, could like міг би. And let's see how they are used, these verbs. Якщо у нас ствердження, то зі словами I, you, they, he, she, it, тобто тут будь-яке може бути слово, ми кажемо can чи could, потім ми кажемо якесь дієслово і продовжуємо речення в разі необхідності, так? Тобто, наприклад, I can overcome these difficulties. Тобто, я можу якби впоратися з цими складнощами. Важливий момент той, що ми ніякому разі не маємо казати частичку to після оцих модальних дієслів, окей? Тобто є модальні дієслова, в які частичка to вже якби входить. Тобто як have to, так, або ought to, тобто там частичка to вже є частиною самого дієслова. А так взагалі є загальне правило, що ми не ставимо частичку to після модальних дієслів. Тож, бачите, одразу ми маємо поставити якесь інше дієслово. Там can deal with, could deal with, can apply for, could apply for. Стосовно can і could, я вже коли говорила переклад, сказала, що can це може мій, could міг би, тобто ми зазвичай can вживаємо, коли хочемо виразити щось в теперішньому чи в майбутньому часі. Наприклад, I can apply for this job tomorrow. Тобто, я можу там спробувати влаштуватися на цю роботу завтра, так, або подати заявку на роботу завтра. Тобто, додаючи слова, які пов'язані з майбутнім часом, там tomorrow, наприклад, або next month, тобто ми вже виражаємо майбутній час, так? Якщо ми нічого там не додаємо, або додамо щось типу там today чи now, тобто зрозуміло буде, що кажемо про теперішній час, тобто I can deal with this customer now, yeah? Тобто я можу якби взаємодіяти з цим клієнтом зараз, тобто поспілкуватися з цим клієнтом зараз. Впоратися. Окей. Стосовно could, ми could використовуємо або коли кажемо про минулий час, або коли говоримо про ввічливість. Тобто, якщо хочу виразити минулий час, наприклад, I could overcome many problems when I was younger. Я міг впоратися з багатьма проблемами, коли я був молодший. Так? А ми розуміємо, що зараз, наприклад, я вже не такий молодий, тому вже не можу з ними впоратися. Окей? Стосовно вічливості, у нас could виражає вічливість зазвичай в питаннях. Тобто, от коли ми питаємо там could you help me? Could you do a favor for me? Could you do me a favor? Yeah? Could you apply for the job? Тобто, щоб звучати більш вічливо, ми замість can можемо казати could. Отже, повертаючись до структури. Ми обговорили ствердження. Якщо ми будуємо заперечення, у нас просто йде частичка not після can чи після could. Так, we cannot overcome, ми не можемо там впоратися з чимось. Або cannot може скорочуватися, і тоді у нас буде can't. Там, we can't overcome. Якщо could вживаємо, тобто we could not overcome, we couldn't overcome. І в питаннях can you overcome, could you overcome? Well, this topic is not really hard, I hope, yeah, so we'll easily cope with the exercises. And here also we see this information that can is often used to make a request. Yeah? Can or could you help me with this task, please? Тобто часто як прохання. Також, коли ми виражаємо прохання, нам також в нагоді часто стає can чи could. Okay. Let's try to continue. And here we have some examples, of course connected with our topic about brand and marketing, but all these sentences contain can and could. Let's read them, let's translate them, and then I hope we'll together do the exercise very successfully. Yeah? Well, let me read and translate these sentences for you. Your brand can be a powerful force that resonates with people, evokes emotions and inspires loyalty. Ваш бренд може бути потужною силою, яка резонує з людьми, викликає емоції і надихає на лояльність, на вірність, так? Your brand can be the bridge that connects your business with the hearts and minds of your customers. Ваш бренд може бути мостом, який з'єднує ваш бізнес з серцями і умами ваших клієнтів. With strategic branding, you could create a brand that not only resonates with your target audience, but also leaves a lasting impression. З допомогою стратегічного брендингу ви можете створити бренд, який не тільки резонує з вашою цільовою аудиторією, але й залишає незабутнє враження. By investing in branding, you could shape perceptions and create a positive association with your brand in the minds of consumers. Інвестуючи в брендинг, ви можете сформувати сприйняття та створити позитивну асоціацію з вашим брендом у свідомості споживачів. Could your brand be the game changer that disrupts the industry and leaves competitors in awe? Чи може ваш бренд змінити правила гри, що підриває галузь і залишає конкурентів в страху? Yeah? So, interesting sentence. Pay attention, please, that here in all sentences we had can or could. Can be, could create, could shape, and could your brand be. Ми бачимо, що приказали, немає ніякої частки тут, тобто кажемо can чи could і кажемо одразу дієслово в чистій формі, тобто інфінітив. Окей? Exercise time. Here you need to use can or could in the appropriate form. So in some sentences can sounds better, in some sentences could sounds better. In some sentences we could use both, maybe. Yeah, let's see how you cope with it. Okay, let's try to do the first. Again, I remind you that you don't need to write all the sentence. I understand how much time it takes from you to write your answers to my questions. So just number and can or could. Number and can or could. Okay, let's do it this way, please. So, I see first answers. Thank you, guys. Okay, Alexandra thinks that one is can. And Angelica thinks that it is can. Okay. Any other opinions? I agree that one, yeah, we can use can. We can increase our sales by implementing a targeted advertising campaign. Again, in some contexts we could use could as well, yes. Тобто в деяких контекстах ми і could могли б використати. Тобто отут ми можемо як підвищити наші продажі, збільшити наші продажі шляхом проведення цільової рекламної кампанії, так? Але так само, якщо тут було б якесь продовження, ми могли б could використати. Тобто ми могли б збільшити наші продажі, але, можливо, там є якісь перепони, так? Тобто в контексті там і could можна було б. Okay, what about number 2? Alexandra thinks that number 2 is could, and Olga thinks like this, and Alina. Oh, dear participants, thank you that you are so active. Again, to my surprise, mainly you show your activity when we do some grammar. Okay, thank you all other participants. Let me not say everyone's name, okay, because there are a lot of you. So, really, in number 2, it's better to use could. I agree. Could you please send me the marketing report by tomorrow? Тому що ми тут виражаємо прохання, так, і ми питаємо, і тому для вічливості у нас тут є навіть слово please, так, що нам ще більше натякає на вічливість, краще використовувати could. Ти б не міг, будь ласка, відправити мені звіт з маркетингу до завтра. Окей, number 3. What about number 3? Що у нас там в третьому? I see that many people think it's can. Okay. And Olga thinks like this. And Nelia. Okay. And Alexandra. And Maxim. Yeah, I agree. We can use can. Again, like... in some contexts, if we had more information, if the sentence was in the text, so we could use could, but here, as we have only the sentence, really it's better to use can. We don't see any like words like please, or it's not a question expressing politeness and so on. So she can reach out to potential clients through social media platforms. Yeah? Вона може зв'язатися з потенційними клієнтами через платформи соцмереж. Окей, number 4. What about number 4? Okay, some of you think it's better to use could. I see that all of you think about could in number 4. Yes? Okay, let's check how it sounds better. Yeah, I agree that could sounds better. Could we use a testimonial in our marketing materials? Чи не могли б ми використати ваші відгуки в наших маркетингових кампаніях? Матеріалах. Okay, в наших маркетингових матеріалах. Well, and the last number 5. So, guys, what do you think about number 5? Okay, Alina thinks it's could. And Olga thinks it's can. And Alexandra thinks it's can. And Nelia thinks it's can. You know, it's really better to use can here. First of all, let's translate and then I'll explain why. Тобто вони можуть відвідати маркетингову конференцію наступного тижня, якщо їм вдасться налагодити свої розклади відповідним чином, так? Тобто, якщо вони розберуться зі своїми розкладами. Тобто, отут ця друга частина нам показує, що це буде в майбутньому все-таки, так? Якщо вони там розберуться, щось вирішать якісь проблеми. Тобто, це натяк на майбутнє, відповідно, тут у нас має бути can, тому що could у нас виражається або для вічливості, або коли ми кажемо про минуле. Так? Тому всі, хто думає, що це can, тут ви маєте рацію. Окей, thank you. Thank you, Ксю. Thank you, Angelica. Well, thank you everybody who participated in this exercise. And let's go on. Here we can have a look at the correct answers. You see, we were right. We can be proud of ourselves. In English, you know, there is such a useful expression like thumbs up. В англійській мові є гарний вираз, типу пальці вгору. Сам це от великий палець руки, тому вираз thumbs up, типу пальці вгору, типу молодці, well done, good job, хто командується. So, thumbs up. Okay, and we have one more exercise. Again, it sounds count the number of modal verbs, but you know that I always ask you not only to count the number, but to find them, okay? So let's try to find them, and let's do it the following way. While I am reading this text for you, please try to find these modal verbs and write modal verb plus a couple of other words so that we would understand what sentence you're talking about, okay? So not only could, but for example, could be utilized, yes, then we will understand that it's about the first sentence. Okay, let's get started. Let's consider how branding could be utilized to drive innovation and expansion. When a brand has established itself as a trusted and recognized name, it opens doors to new possibilities. Through strategic brand extensions and partnerships, businesses can expand into new markets, introduce new product lines, or explore collaborations that align with their brand values. The power of branding cannot be underestimated. It can transform a business from being just another player in the market to becoming a household name. Through effective branding, companies can establish a unique identity, shape customer perceptions, differentiate themselves from competitors, and drive innovation and expansion. By harnessing the potential of branding, businesses can unlock a world of possibilities and position themselves for long-term success. So you counted the number. Yeah, okay, we'll check later. But now also please try to write all modal verbs which you see in this text, okay? Thank you, Alexandra. Can expand, cannot be underestimated. Давайте так зробимо. Поки ви пишете, я ж розумію, скільки часу це займає. Тому я розумію, що не завжди вчасно так я отримую відповіді на свої запитання, коли ми з вами працюємо над обговоренням різних тем з маркетингу. Це окей, це нормально. Тому давайте я поки перекладу вам текст, а ви поки що якраз понаписуєте всі приклади з модальними дієсловами, які ви тут бачите. Окей, so the translation. Translation time. Давайте розглянемо, як брендинг може бути використаний для стимулювання інновацій і розширення. Коли бренд рекомендує себе після того, як він зарекомендував себе як надійне і визнане ім'я, він або це відкриває двері для нових можливостей. Через стратегічне розширення бренду і партнерство компанії можуть виходити на нові ринки, представляти нові лінійки продуктів або досліджувати співпрацю, яка відповідає цінностям їхнього бренду. Силу брендингу не можна недооцінювати, тобто не слід її недооцінювати, так? Це може перетворити бізнес з просто ще одного гравця на ринку на відоме ім'я. Через ефективний брендинг компанії можуть створити унікальну ідентичність, сформувати сприйняття споживачів, виділитися серед конкурентів і стимулювати інновації і розширення. Використовуючи потенціал брендингу, компанії, бізнес тут мається на увазі компанії, так? Компанії можуть розкрити світ можливостей і позицій для довгострокового успіху. Або тут можна навіть перекласти як і позиціонувати себе для довгострокового успіху. Окей, I hope that you had enough time. So, let's see what you've written. Давайте подивимося, що ви написали. Так, thank you, Неля, thank you, Ксю. Неля wrote, could be utilized, can expand, cannot be underestimated, can transform, can establish, can unlock. Ксю wrote, could be utilized, can expand, cannot be underestimated, can transform, can establish, can unlock. Ольга, could be utilized, can expand, cannot be underestimated. Окей, так, всі відповіді схожі дуже. Це прекрасно, що ви знайшли всі або майже всі модальні дієслова, тому одразу вибачаюсь перед тими, чиї відповіді вже не буду зачитувати, тому що вони всі однакові, так? Так, Ольга нарахувала 6 теж модальних дієслів. Let's have a look. So, could, can, cannot, can. Yeah? Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, thank you, Alexandra. Okay. So, girls, you were right, Alina and Olga and Ksu. Okay. And thank you, everybody who wrote the modal verbs and some other words and who participated actively in this exercise. Thank you, in this game. Okay, and yeah, Angelica, I got your answer. Thanks, well done. Thank you that you are not lazy, that you always participate actively in our grammar games. And let me share useful links with you. Pay attention, please, to the following materials. They are very interesting. How to brand anything. Yeah, we have what to think about here. Also, the importance of branding in business, a guide to defining and building a powerful brand, and 10 personal branding trends for 2023. So, please have a look, and I hope they will be useful for you. And I remind you that using the promo code CBS Words, you get an access to this wonderful application, which can help you to learn new words and expand your vocabulary. And that using 15% discount and of course promo code CBS, you can have some courses and programs in Englishdom. Yeah, and we are waiting for you, I should tell you. And the first class is for free. We have video connection on our platform, a lot of experienced teachers, and various programs and courses, so that you can choose what you want, okay, or what you need, or what you want and need. And if you, for example, start one program, then you realize that you want to change it, it's not a problem. It's possible, it's okay. So come to us, please. We will be glad to see you. Olga, I hope you are joking. Because I told so much about it. Okay. Well, thank you guys, and I hope that you will be present next time too. I understand that it will be already the 8th lecture, and I understand that most people like to watch our recordings, so I understand that you want to have a rest after your working day and so on, but please come because I'm so happy to see you, and it's not really cool to talk to yourself, so I want to communicate with people, with you, and that's why let's spend our last 3 lectures together. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our most active participants. Thank you, Olga, Sue, Alina, Tanya gave us a lot of interesting information. And there were a lot of active people in grammar section, yes. Alexandra, Angelica, Maxim. Sorry if I forgot somebody. Nelia, thank you. So, thank you everybody who has given any answers. Thank you, Maxim. And please be more brave and be more sociable. Talk to me, and I still hope that you will write your answers in detail, not only about grammar, but about other marketing topics. So, thank you guys, and goodbye.